Karibu sana Wangeshi.
Asante. Hi. Saseni. Hello. Mko salama Rhino? Hata mimi niko salama. Najua ni time ya entani ile jioni stawabo. So, there's one thing. Thank you Mwesh kwa sababu ya kuona your birthday with us. Actually, it's also my birthday month. So hata mimi na feel poa. In like a week, I'll be celebrating my day. Na at least we have peseta. So wanatufundisha how to do things. Vile alisema, we have worked together with him kwa Mheshimiwa Gikaria, where I'm still there. Na pia waheshimiwa wenzake wako hapa hivi. And we still journey with them. Na thank you our teachers also for honoring this moment. Asanteni wazazi wetu mko hapo. Thank you, you're such a blessing to us. And all of you, mko aje? Naitwa Wangeshi. Pia mimi ni student kama nyinyi. Najua mlikuwa mnaambiwa mimi ni mama nani mnashtuka. Siwezi kuwa mama ya mtu. Nani anaweza sema nilimaliza form 4? A good guess. 2020. We are in 2025. I did my KCSE in 2015. So it's like 10 years. Yeah. You can imagine. I did my degree in psychology, but right now I'm doing my master's in international development, and my school is not here. It's in UK, Scotland, but I'm doing distance learning. So when Muhesh aliniambia nataka nikuje and have a talk with you, I'm also a career guidance expert at the American Spaces. And one of the things we do, we journey with students. Nimwambia pia mimi ni psychologist. But there is a gap. Hata nikikuja niseme ninawafanyia motivational speaking. Surely. See, we hear this every now and then. But there is something that I wanted us to talk about. Something called self-awareness. Nani anaweza niambia self-awareness ni nini? Yes. Kujijua. Just like that. Si ndio? Wangapi hapo wanaweza sema wanajijua? Wow. Okay. What do you know about yourself? Someone? Okay. So, briefly, nani anaweza atuambia self-awareness in their own understanding? What does it mean? Anyone? Sitana mnajijua wote. Mnajijua na mji self, yes? Sorry? Yeah. Audible. You know what is expected? You do what is expected of you. Or you know what is expected of you. Thank you. Let's clap for him. Anyone else who wants to try? Basically, self-awareness is about, please listen keenly, is about how we think and how we feel and how we act. Is that okay? Yeah? It reflects vile wewe unafikiria, vile wewe unahisi, na vile wewe unatenda. Is that okay? So, how you think, feel, and act towards yourself and towards others. Is that okay? Let me break it down. We have two components, which is internal and external. Sawa sawa. Internal is all about our emotions. Okay. and our identity and our values. Is that okay? External is how others perceive us. Is that okay? And why am I telling Rhino students about self-awareness today? It's because Muhesh today, he's telling us he did his exam back then, in those years. With me, I'm saying 10 years ago. Him, my God. Because ile time alikuwa nafanya, hata mimi naona ni kama bado sikuwa nimekuja. Naona? But this is the message I'm trying to bring to us. Is that okay? He has reached a stage of actualizing what he's been working for. Is that okay? And us, we are on the other side trying to create for ourselves. And our journeys are very personal. Is that okay? When you're being told here, let's increase our mean grade, if you get 5, if you get 6, it's not about Rhino secondary. Is that okay? It's about me as Wangeshi. Yeah? How do I attain a mean of 5 or 6 or 7? Is that okay? It is not about all of us, whatever we are achieving. It's about me. Is that okay? And that is influenced by how I know myself. Is that okay? So when tukianza kusema challenges zenye young people in school are going through, wa Rhino, what are these challenges mnapitia? Kama nini? Atimaji. Hai, umekuwa nini? Your mom is at home. Let me give you this. Our backgrounds, our experiences will not define our journeys. Let me be honest with you. But the effort that you make, is that okay? The efforts that you make today, the attitude that you have today is what is going to define your journey. And I am so honest with you because this journey si tumetembea. I wouldn't say that I was the brightest student. For me, I went to Machakos Girls. It's very nimbali sana. Is that okay? But what I learned over time, the practice that I was applying back then, hadi wa leo inafuatana na mimi. Mtu asiseme mtembiwa hapa hivi. Ati si masomo peke yake usaidia watu. Is that okay? It is the season you are in right now. Ni sawa sawa. So you cannot compare yourself with a business person when you excel. Okay? You can only compare yourself with yourself internally. Is that okay? And this is my motivation to you. When you understand yourself deeper, you're able to even do proper boundaries. Ni sawa sawa. It's one thing for parents to tell us tuachane na relationships or peer pressure. See those topics that I can come and train you. But there is one internal instinct that will always remind us to set healthy boundaries. Is that okay? I know you're my best friend and I really love you. But I just feel like this is not that time we need to be hanging around all the time, going to the washroom together, weekend, form. Is that okay? I know myself and I know this is the line. Is that okay? This is where I draw what? The line. And trust me, it is so conscious that no one has to tell you, stay away, it's not the time to date. Is that okay? It's time to study. It reflects internally. Ni sawa sawa. But you need to give yourself a chance to first understand yourself. Ni sawa sawa. And what do I mean? Sometimes as young people, we face challenges. Ni kweli? Si what tuna face emotional roller coasters. And it is not about adolescent. Let parents and teachers know. Sometimes it's not about what? Our stage. Sometimes we face challenges at home. Kuna watu wenyewe, this was the meal we took leo. Si ni kweli? Hii yenye tumekula sahi. Tulitoka home haraka na probably there was no money for food or probably tuliamka tumechelewa. Tuongee ukweli. Personally niliamka nikaenda kazi, singeweza ku make my own coffee because I was late. Is that okay? Sometimes we have internal challenges that we battle every day of our lives, right? And sometimes they reflect in our performance. Ama najiongelesha. Si ni kweli? There are things that we go through. For example, tuseme home hakuna pesa, si ndio? Tuseme there are those family wrangles. Si mnajua tu hizo vitu zikosagi za home, and when they affect, how do they affect us? Because you see, if you're not in good terms, for example, with your parents or your siblings, or you understand that we have financial crisis, it will definitely affect your performance, right? But there's a point where you understand that I'm the one who is changing the story, and my lifestyle will reflect. Let me tell you, hapa nje, opportunities are there. Me, there is one thing that I do not understand. Hata kama I am a Gen Z, I do not understand how I can say my youth have no opportunity. We can create our own opportunities. Is that okay? I'm yet to hear when me, I'm not even worried about your main grade. I'm worried you're not going for symposiums, okay? In Mangu, for you to go and compete. There's a lot of beautiful things is happening right now. Right now I'm working in tech and AI. Nani anajua maneno ya AI and machine learning? My God, that is the future. We are living in the future today. Is that okay? We are living in AI. Ni sawa sawa. And the students from Rhino, we cannot be bargaining. We cannot negotiate with performance. Is that okay? Tutoke kwa yes we can, twende to yes we must. Can you say that together?
Yes we must.
Yes we must.
Yes we must.
The future is tech. Saizi, let me tell you, watoto wa primary, these good schools hapa hivi, wanafundishwa coding. I'm telling you, the world to tomorrow will be very competitive such that hakuna hizo job. Unaona hizo job mnasema casual. Ati watu tunaona ushuhuda yao na walimu mnisaidie kama nadanganya. Kuna hizi casual jobs tulikuwa tunasema, tunasikia mtu ushuhuda alianza sijui kibarua kwa kampuni fulani, sijui anapack nini. My friend, robots are doing that work. Machine learning is doing that work. To an extent, we have self-driving vehicles. And you're here saying that you're struggling to get a grade. Let me tell you, start internalizing. Sawa sawa. Everyone has potential. I'm saying that with confidence kwa sababu at least I can relate with where you are. Is that okay? I personally tried. I got a B+ for my KCSE, but most of the time I was at home because of school fees. But that should not be an excuse for me not to perform. Ni sawa sawa. Who do you surround yourself with? Ni nani? Who is your closest friend? Because let me tell you, there is that time. I want to count all my friends were high school. Aki sijui wako wapi. Because sasa tuko ile stage ya kukimbishana na success. I met a colleague from campus. He's driving a very beautiful car. He's living the life that almost everyone wants. Is that okay? But we are age mates. Ni sawa sawa. My age mates saizi, everyone is running from marriage. Everyone wants to have that kind of life. Sawa. So right now, about having this BFF. But you know what? We can be accountability buddies. Is that okay? We can come from being a BFF turudi kukua nini? Accountability. Kama haunisaidii ni perform, no. Sawa, wacha tupatane after everything. Sawa sawa. If someone is not going to improve a little bit about you, is that okay? Because let me tell you, we are all gifted. All of us deserve the best. But tusikae hapa tuanze kujihurumia. Is that okay? And you know the beautiful thing about your school being having a very low population is that you have the chance to have an average mean. Yeah, sindio? Because you see, with a large population, it's easy to rudishane chini. Ni sawa sawa. So for me, I will challenge you. Okay? Do you know what's a vision board? How many have a vision board? Wangapi wako na vision board ya 2025? Good thing it's not too late because we are still in March. Is that okay? I would want to give you an assignment. Niwape assignment because I know I don't have all the time to talk to you. But I want to give you an assignment. I would want us to do a lot of activities, but naona bado mashakura, and I wanted us to do an activity about our careers. I want us to reflect. Is that okay? Reflect about what do we feed our minds? What is constant in our mind? Is that okay? I want to give you an emotional example. Here, beautiful. Just a minute. Thank you. So, I want to show you what I meant. And this goes now to handling our internal emotions. Hizo to roller coasters zenye zinakujaga. Ni sawa sawa. How do you handle anger, bitterness? Some things unaweza ona they are very minute, but they're the ones that will ultimately affect your future. Sawa? Siongelele grades, because let me tell you, grades are just grades. We are living in an era where young people like you are so innovative, coming up with big ideas, okay? And we do not have time to sympathize with our grades. We just have to get out of that comfort zone. Is that okay? But I wanted us to understand, because how do we handle other things that affect us that are external? And let me have an example of my girl here. And I have nimemchapa. So I want you to tell me what is the first thing that comes to your mind. Sorry? Nasikia unataka kusaidia. Nini kitu ya kwanza? Nini mbaya? Nimemgongea nini? Namchapia nini? Ndio. So that's the first thing that comes to our mind, okay? And how does she feel? After nimemchapa anafilaje? Sad, angry, what else? Anasikia vibaya tu, si ndio? What's she supposed to do? Anafaa kufanya nini? Kumaanisha kuna watu ningefanya hapa example, ningekuwa hapa chini. Ningeona dust. So the next thing is she would probably reciprocate the same. Probably she would beat me back. Or who has another idea? What would she do? Kunyamaza. What's the first thing that we react? Because for me to talk to you about improving academics, of course it's about our intelligence. But we have something special. Emotional intelligence. Is that okay? And that's what makes you stand unique when you want to say you know yourself better. Is that okay? So, the first thing nimemchapa, there is that pain, sindio? Because our brain is the engine of everything we do. Sawa sawa. So it sends the first chemical receptor. Kwa nini ouch. Kuna hiyo ouch. Uchungu, sindio? And then what? And then that feeling, sindio? That feeling of anger, you know, it can come. Then the next thing is action. Are you getting self-awareness in a nutshell? Kwanza ni nini? Ni nini imekuja kwa akili? Okay? Alafu nina feel aje? That's painful. Is that okay? And then what do I do? She might even, you know, atanipiga, ama probably she would want to take time, okay, and reflect on what has happened, because perhaps maybe it was a mistake, sindio? Probably tumepatana tu ile kibahati mbaya nikamuumiza, sindio? Or probably, yeah, it was a misunderstanding. Is that okay? Because young people at our age, we suffer from being so reactive. Tunaelewana? Yeah? We suffer from being very reactive, not even reflective. We cannot reflect on what is happening. We need to take a pause, ni sawa sawa, and see what went wrong. Ni sawa sawa. Thank you. What went wrong? Ni sawa sawa. Is it something that I need to step back and see? So the way I've been so disrespectful with my parents, perhaps it's going to reflect with how I will respect my teachers. Is that okay? It is going to reflect how I interact with my peers, and it's gonna reflect ultimately with how you reflect on your performance. Ni sawa sawa. That's why I'm telling you, we can talk here about grades, we can talk about studying over time, consulting teachers, But let me tell you, if you don't build your character, if you don't build who you are, yeah, it's no game. Ni sawa sawa. Lastly, I said about opportunities. At the American Spaces, Pale Library, we always have high schoolers who come there. And most of the things we have done is career guidance and more opportunities that we offer them. But imagine, I got my scholarship for my master's with the Mastercard Foundation. Many people hawajui hizi opportunities, si ndio? Kuna mtu anaweza imagine ati ukitoka hapa, najua tukisema tunataka kukua all those beautiful careers. That one I love doing it with teenies. But do you know unaweza toka hapa Rhino ujikute US hivi tu immediately after your fourth? Do you know that? No, it is not miracle. So hata ukisema amen, it is happening. Is that okay? It's happening because kuna even scholarships. I'm happy that waheshimiwa wamewaambililia maneno ya incentive, watawa appreciate, which works. Is that okay? But me, I want to tell you a bigger motivation. There are scholarships waiting on you guys. Is that okay? Like USIU, they do offer scholarship for African students, and USIU iko hapa hivi na Nairobi. It is among the best universities. Walimu nisaidieni, si ndio? It is among the best universities. And let me tell you, you can land yourself a scholarship. Ni sawa sawa. Utoke hapa na uende even the US. Is that okay? But that will be challenged by what you're doing right now. Ni sawa sawa. Every effort you make. I want us to have a vision board. Can you remember about a vision board? I want us to have a vision board. And in this vision board, do we have someone with a pen and a book? Apart from a spoon and a plate. This is what I want us to do. And please promise me, wako wapi prefect? Wako wapi prefect? Kibe? So, anyone with a book and a pen, please write this assignment, vision board. And in that vision board, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write, to draw a line, and you put personal and professional. Sawa sawa. For your personal growth and professional growth. Personal is about the things I have told you. How do we act on our emotions, our values? Is that okay? So you would be able to write your values, just 5 values, 5 strengths. Yeah, your 5 values, 5 strengths. Is that okay? And then we go to even professional. Write down that career that you've always dreamt of. Is that okay? Write it down. Sawa sawa. Write down the places you want to see yourself in. Is that okay? In your professional development. Sawa sawa. And write down another one, SMART. What does SMART stand for? The SMART goals? Anyone? Anyone? Hata mimi niko na zawadi. Wow, you guys. Walimu wa business. Hawa watu wanakuangusha. Form 4. SMART. So this is what I want. When you're making your statements in your vision board, let's make them SMART. By SMART, this is what we mean. S is for specific, sawa. M is for measurable, ni sawa sawa. What do we mean by measurable? Hey, if I am in Form 3, in 1 year, okay, so it is also time bound, ni sawa sawa. So tumesema specific, measurable. A for achievable. What else? R for realistic. Sawa sawa. T for time bound. Ni sawa sawa. Please msisahau hiyo kitu watu wangu wa Rhino. Sawa sawa. We make
personal goals before we go to class goals, then before we go to school goals. Sawa sawa. And I'm very grateful for our principal, because there's something she said. Not all of us can go back to our teachers and say thank you. Personally, I'm grateful for my principal. Hata mimi hatuko tunapewa an easy time in high school, and it has built my character, because that's how I was able to pursue my masters. Is that okay? So this is what my encouragement. Make your personal vision board. Unajua nawaambia hivyo kwa nini? I still have mine. Okay? I still have mine 10 years ago. I'm still working on some things, and there are things that I have already achieved. Ni sawa sawa. That's my personal journey. I don't remember a BFF. Is that okay? That was my journey. Is that okay? I have told you to also reflect on our personal weaknesses and strength. Ni sawa sawa? This is assignment number 2. Naona kuna secretary wetu pale anatuandikia. Assignment number 2. I know we'll get a chance to come back. Assignment number 2. I want us to do this. Feedback is very important. Ni sawa sawa. It's one thing for you to commend me and tell me, oh, Wangeshi, you look good. Ni sawa sawa. But it's another thing. How do we receive this other feedback? Najua huwa siku hizi mmefundishwa kusema toxic. That's toxic energy. I don't like toxic people. This teacher is toxic all the time. Anapenda tu kutuambia, it's like an naysayer. How do we reflect on feedback? Okay. And so this is what I want you to do. As you write down your personal values, okay? I've talked about strengths and weaknesses. So one of the strengths, for example, I would say, I know I'm good at public speaking. Is that okay? And then I know I have weaknesses. Sawa. Go back to your peers. Mbogi yako. Waulizaje, manze mnanionagaje? Mnanionagaje? Wakisema wewe ni mtu wa form ni sawa. But I want you to get this. Get this what I'm telling you. Let me tell you, I do talks even to students at tertiary, and let me tell you, young people are going through a lot. Young people are going through a lot. Yeah? Do you know about mental health? Mental health ni nini? Very sensitive talk which we can't talk today. But I'm a psychologist by profession, and I have handled students your age. Some cases we were not able to rescue because some were able to go through suicide. Is that okay? Statistics tells us 1 in 4 people in the world will die by suicide. Ni sawa sawa? Siku hizi hatutumii criminating names like alijiua, alijinyonga. Is that okay? Because suicide has become an illness. Sawa sawa? So some of us are going through stressors in life. Is that okay? And self-awareness will help us overcome not just how to manage the stressors, but even define the success that we ultimately dream for. Ni sawa sawa? So whatever I'm telling you, take it seriously. Ni sawa sawa? I wouldn't want nipate msichana ama a young man from Rhino amepitia ile suicidal or probably through depression. Ni sawa sawa? But we can manage it right now. Ni sawa sawa? Our lives are this like a circle, very holistic. I cannot talk about academic success without talking about our well-being. Is that okay? And our well-being is about how we eat. I want to understand kushiba meshiba. Hii ilikuwa excess. Yeah? Yeah? It's about how we eat, how we exercise, how we relate with people, how we manage our emotions. Is that okay? And if we cannot master, if we cannot master, yes, we will stay in a stagnated phase of our lives for another like 5 years, before we get self-actualization. Sawa? So it's upon us. So in that, the second assignment, go seek feedback. Ni sawa sawa? Go ask your parents. I know it has not been easy with me, but hii ndio swali. Mom, unaona nini mzuri kwangu? Dad, nini upendi kwangu? Sawa sawa? So that we start acting on them, reverse. Is that okay? We start acting on things that are making us not be who we are. Ni sawa sawa? Lastly, seek guidance, seek mentorship. Is that okay? Our teachers are not just there for our subjects, they're also there as our parents. Ni sawa sawa? Seek guidance. Is that okay? Engage. I'm happy that Mheshimiwa is here with his team. Siku zetu hatungepata such a privilege. Is that okay? This is that time you understand how to connect with your community. Is that okay? So I hope that I have encouraged someone. Assignment yangu itafanywa? Ndajuaje? Because I would request Mwesh turudi tufanye a proper guidance, but on one condition. Mkishamwambia mmefanya hiyo assignment, we pick it from there. Ni sawa sawa? Thank you so much.
Let's appreciate her.